Of NBA 2K TV, we have so much.
3 has kicked off, and we caught up with the man behind the NBA 2K League season.
Sad news on the injury front today as we learned that Mr. Triple-Double Russell Westbrook is going to miss significant.
We need to know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. And the game arrival as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome everyone to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Kevin Harlan here along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in it's all yours.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much...
Whatever works, David. Thanks. And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success that very thing.
True, for the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it changes,
rounds.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football, where it's this...
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks, but, you know, when you get to the playoffs, you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You didn't play it against the same offense. You pick up little tricks, and I really wonder if you can get 4 straight rounds.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Jay out there with Lowry Markkanen. And it's Cornette in at the center position. And for the Rockets, Brendan Gordon, the 1 spot. Outside Gordon. Lets it go from 14. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Stein passes to Westbrook. It's 3 pointers off the mark. And here's Levine who brings it up for the Bulls. There's the pass to Jay. First quarter, just over a minute played. Levine with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Down low, just 5 on the clock. And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around 3-point shooting. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. Should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose with the game. No, it's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside.
And it's still passing and selfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, you know, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matter. You know, that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92 to 89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the 4th quarter, and no matter how you're going to get them, you still need somebody who can do that.
Here's Westbrook. Picks it out to Gordon. And that time, also a missed shot.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Jay, defended by Gordon. Here's Jay. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. You don't want to start looking too far ahead, Greg, but this team is completely gearing up for a deep playoff run. And you can't ignore that.
And with the way Jay has improved their depth and the numbers he's put up, you have to think that they will be one of the most feared teams come playoff time.
Doesn't go for him.
After 4 straight makes, couldn't quite get that one to go down. Still a terrific start.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. And it hung on the rim, but didn't fall for him.
And they bumped this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people go in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues.
Yeah, summer leagues happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Markkanen can't get it to go.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there. Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Jay. That one doesn't go. And the Rockets take it the other way. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, and just in basketball, so much more in the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center,
yeah.
Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed. My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game. It's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They care about it. They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff.
with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Young's got his second basket of the game. Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is the weather stuff I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston and something good's happening. The Celtics making an NBA playoff run.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Harden kicks to Covington. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on a Rookie of the Year race. Which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch. When you look at Jay, all season long, he has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
I will be surprised given how hard he's worked, how well he's produced. This is a guy you can build a team around.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Harrison. Then it's Lowry Markkanen. Then there's Jay, and it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Spurs lit up the floor. He dropped in 38 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Evan, we'll see.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios offer different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players are born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet it was. It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks. And one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back three that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the Americans do.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, it's give and go, and it's not just like clear out on up.
Yeah. Good. And it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Chicago grabs the miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backcourt.
Here's Jay, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, it's Gordon. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Chicago shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Manuel House comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Gordon.
Incredible touch for a big man. Marketing shows it both in the field and at the line.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Levine.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Jay, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
The Rockets making a switch here. Trent's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in. And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
Good.
I'm ready.
Right here,
yes, you have my number. Call me.
And Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
Tipped away. Jay, guarded by McLemore. Rebounded by Tucker. Gets trailed by 18. Pass to Trent. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Levine. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Trent. Dunn covering. Trent passes to Westbrook. Fires from the wing.
far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And too long on the shot. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. There's... With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Covington out there with Hartenstein, and it's Gordon in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. So that's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Bulls. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to motion offense. A lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion. He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Here's Jay, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Jay's got the first field goal of the second half for Chicago. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to Covington. Good work there as it goes.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's Jay. Got it from 16 feet. Jay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Jay. Jay's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside Westbrook.
Their offensive execution.
Chicago calls timeout. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic. Here's Rivers. He is still scoreless so far in this one. And the pass to House. Back to Rivers, fires for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Not a pure shooter in the classic sense, but Rivers is a threat out there if you give him any room.
Young outside, banked in off the glass. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Trent can't hit. The Bulls leading by 17. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Pass to Jay.
I got you outside.
Here's Guthrie. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Houston making a switch. Westbrook's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Markkanen, he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Trent, that one drops for him. Trent's got 7.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Pass to Levine. 34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Markkanen, good. He has 5.
Everyone knows about marketing from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. And one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with the 3-second violation. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Jay, guarded by McLemore.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Chicago in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Come on, guys. Come on. Play our game. Play our game. Get into them. Play our game. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. We got to settle down.
You can tell he doesn't think his team is playing like themselves.
And they aren't. They just seem a step slow at this point. And Coach D'Antoni is just trying to energize them.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Bulls 5 right now. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Jay, and it's Cornette in at center. Levine, good.
Excellent play call, and Levine looking very smooth, working off the catch and shoot.
Shoots a 3. Westbrook, no good.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
Passes it to Jay. Back to Levine. There's the triple, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Another miss by Houston.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Jay, the pass to Cornette, and it's in there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The pass to McLemore. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Westbrook missing again.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. It feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Back to Satoransky. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Trent. For 3, Westbrook. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Jay's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Pass to Trent. Jacks up a 3. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Right side Levine to the paint. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Harden, and he lays it straight in.
I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Passes to Satoransky. Jay, defended by Gordon. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Jay. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-5 run. Dunn passes to Jay. Down low. It's stolen. And it's Houston on the break. Gordon's running. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Jay, the pass to Hutchison, feeds to Dunn, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Beautiful play by Dunn. You see the power, the body control, not to be denied.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. And for Houston, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Outside Gordon. It in from the low post.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Jay, defended by Gordon, inside. Felicio with the bucket. Felicio's got his first bucket in this one.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Clemens. Dunn covering. And the pass to Rivers. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in an off season. And 24/7. You look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody's looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
An all-around dominant performance. Only certain guys can do this. Complete control, 3 phases of the game. Congrats, a triple-double.
Both free throws good from Jay. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clemens. Almost, but it rolls out. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Hutchison. Jay, defended by Gordon. Done outside. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
This is Kenny, man. First, I want to say congrats. Triple-double. Incredible night. But I'm curious, were you aiming for that? It was something you were aware of?
Kenny, man, you might think I'm faking, but I didn't even realize it, man. I was so focused in on this game. Now, I think we are working. We wanted to come out here with a victory. We had a great practice leading up to this, man, so we didn't want to let it slip through our fingers. A triple-double? Well, you know, that's just sweet icing on the cake.
Well, if you weren't aware, you actually didn't get it. Now I'm only joking. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
Big day for the home team as Shea and company move into first place in the conference standings.
All I do is win.
Look, we've been over.